name is Riley, spelled Riligh. I know it's not the usual spelling, and no, it's not pronounced really or Rayleigh. My mom actually got the name from an old ER television show while she was in labor with me. An older woman who was a patient in the show actually had the name. I was born in Daytona Beach, Florida, but I've lived in various places along the East Coast, such as South Carolina, Georgia, and for a short time, New York and Connecticut. I love to draw and paint, go to conventions, and cosplay various characters from TV shows, movies, or specifically anime and cartoon shows. For a long time, my future was very confusing for me because I was really uncertain which path I wanted to take. I've made many art pieces throughout my middle school and high school life. My family loves my artwork, and occasionally I would give them a unique one-of-a-kind present. Unfortunately, I understand how hard it is to make a living with my art being my sole income, so I decided I wanted to choose a career that would be fulfilling and make me happy. One thing I've noticed throughout working various jobs is that I like to help people. It makes me happy to be able to bring comfort or relief to someone who really needs it. This might make you think I'd want to work in a medical field, but I'm a huge baby when it comes to blood, throw up, etc. I've worked in enough service industry jobs to make me sick of hospitality. I wanted to help people in a way that would make a difference. An opportunity arose when I needed to pick an elective for my associate's degree. As I looked through the list, nothing really caught my eye until I saw a class called American Sign Language. I've always wanted to teach myself, so I thought, why not? I was extremely motivated to learn, which really helped me grasp it so easily. I was catching on pretty quick, and pretty soon, my American Sign Language teacher asked me to come back and take the rest of her classes. Very quickly, I decided I wanted to be an American Sign Language interpreter. I've got many years to go, and I'm going to need a lot of practice, but I really think it's going to be worth it. Anytime a deaf customer comes into my work, I try to use our conversations as a learning exercise, but I also like when I know that they have someone in the establishment that they can communicate with. I'm going to need to attend many meetings, classes, and conventions in order to be a professional. Speaking of conventions, I could use my hobby of going to anime and comic conventions to help further my career in American Sign Language. Cons are a huge part of my life, and I've been attending Florida Cons since I was 13 years old. There are many reasons for attending a convention. Many people use it as an opportunity to meet up with friends who live far away. Usually famous voice actors, TV shows, or movie stars are invited to host meet and greets where you can chat with them, take a picture, or ask for an autograph. Another fun thing about cons is the dealer's room. The dealer's room can be giant depending on how big the con is, and is filled to the brim with vendors from all around who are eager to sell their art and products. Many vendors offer handmade or collectible merchandise that you may never find anywhere else, and much more. But my all-time favorite thing about attending conventions is cosplay. Cosplay is defined as the practice of dressing up as a character from a movie, TV show, book, or video game. Putting on a costume and becoming my favorite character is so fun, and I love picking a different one every time I go to a con. It's such a great feeling when someone recognizes you and compliments your hard work. Many people sew entire handcrafted costumes that can be very expensive, but really fun to make. There are also many talented people who make a living making commissions for others to use and wear. You could also become a famous cosplayer and be invited to all sorts of events and shows. Unfortunately, unless you have the money to spend, being a famous cosplayer is not as easy as it sounds. Nobody cosplays just to become famous, though. It's about the community and being immersed in another world that's only filled with people who understand and accept you. There are many interesting things I could have told you about myself, but ASL, attending conventions, and cosplay are definitely a huge part of my life. Hopefully, with enough persistence, I can become a professional sign language interpreter. I would also love to be able to craft my own cosplays by hand and hopefully win in competitions at different conventions.